Hello everyone, this is Ray Amadi, the real estate broker in the Greater Toronto area, and I'd love to share with you the update in the overall market and what's really happening in the Toronto real estate market. Stay tuned. So as the economy opens up and more projects are being launched, and the buyers are coming out to buy resale homes, buy pre-construction homes, build their building projects, I get questions asked on a daily basis. Ray, how is the real estate market? What is really happening? The buyers, the sellers, the investors, the tenants, landlords, they're all asking me, how is the market? Because of the COVID-19 and the lockdown that we had, most people are curious of what's going to happen. Well, let me tell you the statistics as of today that you may be surprised to find. Because as we're coming out of the lockdown, we're getting the unprecedented number of showings, offers, and actually sold properties. And the question is the market then considered hot market or is it a seller's market? Well, let me tell you here in a minute, what is really considered a seller's market or what is considered a hot market? Is it number of offers that a property receives, or is it that it will sell over asking price, then a list price, or that it has a lot of showings recently? Well, let me tell you, none of them, because the bidding war strategy can be used by most listing agents and they can underprice the home and it will sell over asking price. It doesn't mean necessarily that it's seller's market. Number of showings may have spiked because we were in a lockdown and number of showings tanked 2 months ago. And really number three, how many offers are there? It doesn't indicate if it's a really strong market. Well, what is the most important highlight of the market that you should pay attention to and determine if it's a hot market, sellers or buyers, is really days on market. How fast homes are selling in Greater Toronto area, that will determine what is the speed that the home comes on the market and it goes sold. So I will show you in a minute if the Toronto market is considered right now hot market or not. So let's take a look at this. So here are the statistics that I have opened up for all properties, all communities throughout Greater Toronto area, as you can see it over here. And median prices were, this is median, not average by the way, 762. The average price, I'll show it here in the table. So let's start the year in January. In January of 2020, it is the first month of the year, the coldest, and we started on a good note. We had the average days on the market, 26 days, which takes about 3.5 weeks, closer to 4 weeks to get a home sold throughout Greater Toronto area. And the price was decent as well, $735,000. Now in February, as you might remember, it was quite a seller's market, a hot market it would be considered as well. Average price has gone up from $763,000 to $790,000, and the average days on the market have dropped significantly to 16 days, and before it was 26. So 10 days faster on average, the buyers were buying the homes that were coming on the market. Now in March, the first 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, of course, we had seen one of the strongest markets ever in Greater Toronto area that could be compared to 2017 spring market. And if you look at the statistics, we had 13 days average days on the market, which is really quick. It's under 2 weeks, and that includes all condos, all townhouses, all detached homes, every single type across all communities and cities. And 13 days is ridiculously fast. And the average price was $780,000. Now, as you might remember, in the middle of March towards the end, the government have put restrictions in place for a lockdown and the activities have dropped significantly. We had 73% reduced number of listings, reduced number of sales. There were not as many showings. So consequently, in April, that we were under full deep lockdown, our price has dropped the average median price to $738, and the days on the market went up to 20 days. So you can see that the lockdown definitely had an impact on it. So the buyers on average were to take extra week to buy a home. And it doesn't mean that there were more homes or less homes sold. Of course, there were less homes sold. It's just that on average, buyers were buying them with 20 days average. And May, as well, we were in a lockdown and there were no reopening. Infections were rising. And of course, the real estate market followed the same trend that it had at the end of March and April. So we saw that the average days on the market was 24 days. That's very similar to what we had in January. So January and May market looked actually very similar in terms of the average days on the market and even average median price. So what it means is that the buyers were taking their time and they were really concerned about what's going to happen in the market. Now, let's look at the first 3 weeks of June 2020. Now, do you see that the average days on the market is actually 17 days? It has dropped from May from 24 to 17, which means that the buyers are coming out and they're buying homes quickly. And the average price has gone up as well to 800,000. That's a median price range. So what does that really tell you? It tells you that the buyers, they've been in the lockdown for the last 2.5 months, and now they're coming out to buy properties. And then the number one issue that we had in Greater Toronto area that still remains the same is the number of homes that are available for sale, or the number of listings that are on the market. So that is still not at the capacity where the demand of buyers are there. So now what we're witnessing is that there are multiple offers. Homes are selling with 4 offers, 6 offers, 12 offers that I had participated in as well, and we didn't get the home. So you can see the market is considered hot, and we predict that moving into July and even August, we would the same market that we see here in June. And then in the fall, it will be interesting to see what happens when the government incentives and also the deferral program for all mortgages who are experiencing hardships throughout the period of COVID will end as well. Then we will see if the number of listings will spike dramatically or not. But by the end of summer, we should more see the same number of days on the market as we see right now, because all those buyers that were sitting on the sideline and now coming out to buy homes. I hope that makes sense. And if you have any questions, leave a comment below to help with you. If you have any questions, call me directly, 416-625-2070. And I wish you a great day. Before you go, subscribe to my channel and smash that like button. That's going to really help me to grow this channel. Thank you. Have a great day.